In Canada, many of us are feeling the urgency of climate change. In Toronto, a survey showed that 78% of residents are concerned about climate change. Yet, we're not seeing change at the pace we need to. In Ontario, the average carbon footprint per person is an unsustainable 11 tons, more than twice the global average. This is a paradox. We feel that climate change is an emergency, but we're not acting like it's an emergency. In other words, there's a gap between our intentions and our actions. Why is that? I co-founded a group called Carbon Conversations TO to help individuals find hope in the climate crisis. Our materials are adapted from the work of Rosemary Randall, a psychotherapist, and Andy Brown, an engineer who created Carbon Conversations in the UK. We at Carbon Conversations TO strongly believe one of the main reasons for this intention-action gap is because facing our feelings can be challenging. Hearing information about a complex and systemic challenge like climate change can cause us to feel overwhelmed, anxious, depressed, angry, helpless, guilty, shameful. Are any of these familiar to you? If so, know that these hard feelings are completely normal, and experiencing them is actually a sign that we care about each other and the planet. Yet they are often uncomfortable and quite painful to experience. So our minds help us avoid that pain, to resist that pain, by summoning our defenses. Our defenses allow us to rationalize our role in harmful systems that lead to climate change, to reject knowledge that challenges our sense of identity, to repress information that makes us feel guilty or ashamed. And with these defenses activated, our pain temporarily goes away, but the world's pain does not. Us humans are really good at resisting hard truths. So good, in fact, that many of us don't even know we're doing it. We resist by saying things like, individual actions don't really matter anyway, do they? It shouldn't be up to me. It should be up to government and corporations to solve the world's issues. Well, the world is doomed anyway, so may as well party while we have time left. It is really easy to feel discouraged, particularly when government and industry do often seem to be paralyzed. It's also challenging to make a lot of personal changes, especially when layering on the emotional stress we're feeling from the pandemic. So we find ways to resist these hard truths. Here's what that resistance looks like for me. I'm a vegetarian and I do so many other actions already. So this one carbon intensive action is small compared to everything else I do. I'll order takeout this one time, but I'm not going to make it a habit. I'll order takeout again, but for sure this time I am not going to make it a habit. We are in the middle of a pandemic. Surely it's okay that I scale back on my environmental efforts right now. If you've experienced some of these thoughts, you are not alone. These things we tell ourselves are there to mask a conflict between our values and our behaviors. We try to protect ourselves from feeling the pain that comes with having to give up experiences that we hold quite dear to our hearts. Experiences that help us fit in with the people we love. Experiences that we've worked really hard for. Experiences that perhaps we even feel social or political pressure to participate in. And this can lead to our own paralysis in taking climate action. Know that this inner conflict is normal, and it's okay if you're feeling this way. The climate action aspirations we have can be really hard to live up to. So be kind and try not to be too hard on yourself. Yet the question remains, how can we move from paralysis to action? I believe it starts with understanding and accepting our emotions. Accepting our emotions? What does that even mean? When we accept our emotions, we are ending our struggle against feeling them. So when guilt, shame, anxiety, helplessness come knocking at our door, we let go of the urge to board that door up, and instead, we open it and invite them to join us for a cup of tea, even though we don't particularly enjoy their company. We allow ourselves to slow down, listen to ourselves, and feel however we need to feel. Okay, but how does that lead to climate action? When we're able to let ourselves feel, it can open up new opportunities to acquire knowledge and take action that we may have previously overlooked. For me, practicing acceptance has helped me to unlock a feeling behind the feeling, where another emotion comes up that I didn't even realize was there. It's helped me discover many epiphanies about myself. It's helped me realize that it's okay to not be okay and know when to reach out for support. And it's helped me make tough climate-related decisions that I was previously avoiding, like measuring my carbon footprint or making a commitment to not go on vacation outside of Canada again. And Carbon Conversations TO wouldn't exist today if one of our co-founders hadn't seen and felt the pain that climate change was causing for her partner. This is a prime example of how action began with awareness and acceptance of feelings. Now I'd like to share 2 ways that you can practice bringing understanding and acceptance into your regular routine. First is to slow down and breathe. It's very easy to speed through a day without noticing how you feel. Here's a variation of a common breathing exercise that you can bring into your regular routine. Breathe in for a count of 4, hold it for 4, and exhale for 6. And repeat this 3 times. You can try it now if you'd like. And if you're doing the exercise, notice how you feel. What are the physical sensations coming up? Where on your body are they? Where do you feel tension? Are you able to name the feeling or feelings that you're experiencing? Try to be as specific as you can. For example, instead of sad, do you feel regretful, rejected, despair, disappointed? Second, you can practice curiosity. Explore your reactions and feelings. Ask yourself questions that dig deeper into knowing yourself, like, how do I feel about this fact I just heard? Or, what might be causing this reaction in me? Or, what is this reaction telling me about myself? Just a few minutes of self-reflection can bring up different feelings. Explore them, sit with them, get to know and understand them. Environmental scientist and writer Donella Meadows once wrote, "Feelings, like knowledge, don't directly change anything. But if we don't rush past the feelings or stuff them down, if we take time to admit even the most uncomfortable ones, to accept them, share them, and couple them with knowledge of what's wrong and how it might be fixed, then feelings and knowledge together are motors for change. The feelings make the doings of a technological, cultural, economic, and political revolution inevitable, unstoppable. Our emotions have important wisdom to share, and listening to them can unlock potential that you may not even know you have. Thank you.